What if the battles you're facing right now aren't just physical, but spiritual? What if the stress, the fear, the confusion you feel is part of a deeper, unseen war? And what if you already have everything you need to stand strong, but you just haven't put it on yet? There are moments in life when everything feels heavier than it should. You wake up tired, even after resting. Your thoughts feel scattered. Your motivation fades. You try to stay positive, but something keeps pulling you down. It's not always obvious, and it doesn't always have a clear cause. But deep down, you know something is off. The truth is, not every battle we face is visible. In Ephesians 6:10-20, we are reminded of a powerful reality. Our struggle is not against flesh and blood. It's not just about people, situations, or circumstances. There is a spiritual dimension to life that we often overlook. And in that unseen realm, there is a real battle taking place. But here's the good news. You are not defenseless. God has already provided you with armor. Not physical armor, but spiritual armor designed to protect your mind, your heart, and your faith. The problem is, many people go into battle every day without even realizing they're unprotected. The passage begins with a call to be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Notice that it doesn't say to be strong in yourself. Because on your own, you will get tired. On your own, you will feel overwhelmed. But when your strength comes from God, it becomes something greater than your circumstances. Then comes the instruction, put on the full armor of God. Not part of it. Not just the pieces that feel comfortable. The full armor. Because partial protection leaves room for attack. The first piece is the belt of truth. This is where everything begins. Truth holds everything together. Without truth, everything else falls apart. In a world filled with opinions, confusion, and constant noise, truth becomes your foundation. But truth is not just about information. It's about alignment. It's about living in a way that reflects what is right, even when it's difficult. When you hold on to truth, you become stable. You are not easily shaken by lies, by fear, or by pressure from others. Next is the breastplate of righteousness. This protects your heart, and your heart is where so many battles take place. Guilt, shame, regret, insecurity. These are some of the most common attacks people face. Righteousness is not about being perfect. It's about being made right with God and choosing to walk in that identity. When you understand who you are in Him, those attacks lose their power. You are no longer defined by your past. You are protected by His grace. Then comes the shoes of the gospel of peace. This one is powerful because it speaks about readiness. It means you are prepared to walk through life with stability and peace, no matter what comes your way. Peace is not the absence of problems. It's the presence of God in the middle of them. When you wear these shoes, you don't panic easily. You don't collapse under pressure. You move forward with confidence, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. The shield of faith is next. And this is one of the most important pieces. Faith is what protects you from doubt, from fear, from the what-ifs that try to take over your mind. The passage describes it as a shield that can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the enemy. Think about that. Not some arrows, all of them. But the shield only works when you actually use it. Faith is not passive, it's active. It's a choice to trust God even when you don't see the outcome yet. It's choosing belief over fear, again and again. Then there is the helmet of salvation. This protects your mind, and your mind is often the primary battlefield. Negative thoughts, overthinking, anxiety, lies about your worth, lies about your future. These things can take over quickly if your mind is not guarded. Salvation reminds you of who you are and where you are going. It anchors your identity. It gives you confidence, not in yourself, but in what God has already done for you. And finally, the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. This is the only offensive weapon in the armor. Everything else protects, but this allows you to fight back. The Word of God is not just text, it is living, it is powerful. It speaks truth into lies, it brings clarity into confusion. It gives strength when you feel weak. When you know the Word, you are not easily deceived, you are not easily defeated. But here's something important. The armor is not automatic, you have to put it every day. It's a daily decision to walk in truth, to choose righteousness, to stand in peace, to live by faith, to guard your mind, and to speak the Word. And the passage doesn't stop there. It continues with a call to pray. Prayer is what connects everything together. It says to pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. This means prayer is not limited to a specific time or place. It's continuous. It's part of your daily life. When you pray, you stay connected to your source of strength. You stay aware. You stay focused. And here's something many people miss. Prayer is not just about asking. It's about aligning. It aligns your heart with God's will. It aligns your thoughts with His truth. It aligns your actions with His purpose. Without prayer, the armor becomes something you forget about. With prayer, it becomes part of who you are. The passage also encourages us to stay alert and keep praying for others. This reminds us that we are not alone in this battle. There are people around us who are fighting their own battles, even if we can't see them. Your prayers can make a difference in someone else's life. Sometimes the greatest thing you can do for someone is not to give advice, but to pray for them. As you go through your day, think about this. Are you walking into situations prepared or unprotected? Are you allowing fear and doubt to guide your thoughts, or are you standing firm in faith? Are your decisions shaped by truth or by pressure? Putting on the armor of God is not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. It's about recognizing that life is not just physical. There is more happening beneath the surface. And God has not left you unprepared. He has given you everything you need, but you have to use it. There will be days when it feels hard, days when you forget, days when you feel weak. That's okay. Come back to it. Remind yourself of the truth. Recenter your heart. Pray again. Stand again. Because every time you choose to put on the armor, you are choosing to stand strong. You are choosing not to be defeated by what you feel. You are choosing to trust something greater. And over time, you will notice the difference. You will become more steady, more grounded, more aware. The same situations that once overwhelmed you will no longer have the same power. Not because life got easier, but because you became stronger. And that strength didn't come from you alone. It came from God. So today, before you step into whatever lies ahead, take a moment, pause, and ask yourself, am I ready? Have I put on truth? Am I guarding my heart? Am I walking in peace? Am I standing in faith? Am I protecting my mind? Am I equipped with the word? If not, you can start right now. It's never too late to put on the armor. And remember, you are not fighting alone. God is with you. He strengthens you. He equips you. He fights for you. Stand firm. Thank you for watching this video. If this message encouraged you, don't forget to like, follow the channel Holy Path Insights, and share this video with someone who may need strength today.